Welcome to the channel. Paint defect staining, that is plastic bleed through. It is shown through this illustration and two photographs. Staining is a yellow-brown discoloration, appears in the top coat over areas repaired with polyester body filler or glazing putty. Many substances, if allowed to remain in contact with the paint film, will cause surface staining. Example are road tar, lubricating greases, hydraulic fluid, antifreeze solutions, battery acid, and synthetic and natural rubbers. Many agents are water soluble and will lead to into the paint film and will leach into the paint film. This is effect number 39 we are talking about, and overall it is our video number 118. Staining is also known as plastic bleed through, is a paint defect in which a yellow to brown discoloration gradually appears on the finished top coat due to the migration of staining substances from the substrate or from materials beneath or in contact with the paint film. A common example is the appearance of yellow-brown patches over areas repaired with polyester body filler, glazing putty, or certain plastic components where residual chemicals or additives migrate through the primer and a top coat. This phenomenon is commonly referred to as plastic bleed through. Staining can also occur when the paint surface comes into prolonged contact with the contamination materials and that penetrate or chemically affect the coating. What are those materials? Those are road tar and asphalt residues, lubricating oils and greases, hydraulic fluids, engine cooling, that is antifreeze, battery acid and other corrosive chemicals, natural and synthetic rubber, plasticizer, waxes, resins, and other chemical contaminants. Many of these substances are soluble or capable of migrating through the paint film, especially under heat, sunlight, or prolonged exposures. As they penetrate the coating, they alter its color and appearance, resulting in permanent or difficult to remove discoloration that detracts from the vehicle finish. Here is the cause and defect diagram of staining related to the different factors, that is materials, methods, personnel, environment, contamination, which we have talked about just now, and equipment. This is resulting into the defect of staining, that is yellow-brown stain, plastic bleed through, and can be called as discoloration in the top coat. Here are the probable reasons and proposed countermeasures. Number one is incorrect hardener ratio. Here, the correlation between staining, paint defect, and incorrect hardener ratio is very strong. That is, incorrect amount of hardener used in polyester body filler or glazing putty, which can be explained as improper curing leaves unreacted chemicals that migrate into the top coat, causing yellow-brown staining. The recommended countermeasure is Use the manufacturer's recommended hardener to filler ratio and mix accurately. Number two, probable cause could be poor mixing. The correlation here too is quite strong. The cause can be stated as body failure and hardener are not mixed thoroughly. That is, incomplete mixing produces uncured areas that allow stain causing chemicals to bleed through the paint film. Therefore, it is recommended to use to mix filler and hardener uniformly until a consistent color is achieved. The third important and probable cause could be insufficient curing. The correlation here between staining and insufficient curing is very strong. The cause is primer, sealer, or top coat is applied before the filler has fully cured. That is, residual solvents and uncured resin migrate through subsequent coating, producing discoloration. The recommended countermeasure is allow the filler to cure completely before applying primer, sealer, or top coat. Number fourth reason could be excessive wet coats. The correlation seems to be moderate. Undercoats or top coats are applied too heavily with insufficient flash off time. That is, heavy paint films trap solvents and delay curing, thus increasing the likelihood of stain migration to the top coat. The recommended countermeasure is apply medium wet coats and observe the recommended flash off time between the coats. The fifth probable cause would be staining body failure, and the correlation is quite strong. That is, standard polyester filler is used beneath white or light color finishes, which can be explained as some fillers contain ingredients that can migrate through the coating system and discolor light colored finishes. Therefore, use a non-stating, non-stating body filler designed for light coats and clear coat finishes. Then come to the sixth probable cause, and that is poor isolation. The correlation is weak. The cause can be explained as suspected staining filler is not primarily properly sealed before a top coating. That is, an ineffective barrier allows stain causing substance to migrate through the primer into the finished coat. The recommended countermeasure is apply a two-component primer surfacer and a sealer to isolate the filler before top coatings. The seventh probable cause would be surface contamination. The correlation is quite strong. The paint surface is exposed to road tar, grease, hydraulic fluid, antifreeze, battery acid, rubber, or similar contaminants, which can be explained as chemical contaminants penetrate or react with the paint film, producing permanent yellow-brown staining. The recommended countermeasure is remove contaminants immediately using the recommended cleaning method and maintain a contamination-free refinishing environment. The important note to staining or plastic bleed through is Two-component acrylic urethane primer surfacer and acrylic urethane sealer may be used to top a majority of body filler staining problems. Both are required and must be allowed to fully cure for maximum stain resistance. However, for 100% assurance against body filler staining, use a non-staining body filler according to the manufacturer's recommendation. This is very important. The repair method of staining allow top coat to thoroughly cure and sand affected area, isolate with two component undercoats and refinish if required. With this, we conclude our discussion on the subject of an important paint defect, that is staining. Stay tuned. See you again with the videos on similar topics related to automobiles, motorcycles, scooters, and auto rickshaws. Thank you and goodbye.